morning, one and all. Today we are discussing about the fast feeder reactor and liquid metal cooled reactor. Okay, this is the another types of reactors. Okay, in the previous class we are discussing about the boiling water reactor and the boiling water reactor and the PWR, pressurized water reactor. Okay, in the nuclear power plant, the reactor is the heart of a power plant. Okay, why? Because it is the heart of a nuclear power plant. All the fission process will be done in the reactor itself only. Okay, after completing the fission process, we are producing the so much amount of the heat energy for each and every cycle or for each and every chain reaction. Okay, due to that heat energy, we are producing the steam. Okay, that's why the nuclear reactor is the heart of a nuclear power plant. Okay, basically the nuclear reactor consisting of a various parts are there, that is control rods, nuclear core, moderators, coolant and reflectors and various types of shieldings. Okay, that is biological and thermal shieldings. Okay, that are the various parts in that nuclear reactor. Okay, all the fission process will be done in the nuclear reactor only. Okay, all the fission process will be done in the nuclear itself. Okay, therefore the nuclear reactor is the heart of a nuclear power plant. Okay, we are having the various types of nuclear reactors are there. In that, the first three reactors are the very important type of reactors in the nuclear power plant. Okay, that is the BWR, FBR and PWR. Okay, these are all the basic types of a reactors. Okay, it is very important type of reactors in the case of a nuclear power plant. Okay, in the previous class we are discussing about the PWR and also the BWR. Okay, boiling water reactor and also the pressurized water reactor. And what are the advantages and disadvantages are there, and what is the working principle, and which type of fuels are used as a fuel, moderator and the coolant. Okay, that all will be discussed in the previous class. Okay, now in the coming class, now in today's class we are discussing about the fast breeder reactor, that is FBR, fast breeder reactor. Okay, that is the FBR. Okay, next one is the liquid metal cold reactor. Next one is the liquid metal cold reactors. Okay, it is also called as the sodium graphite reactor. Okay, the liquid metal cold reactor is also called as the sodium graphite reactor. Okay, is also called as the sodium graphite reactor. Okay, first coming to the FBR, that is the fast breeder reactor. Okay, coming to the FBR, that is the fast breeder reactor. Okay, in that this is the diagram for that FBR, that is the fast breeder reactor. Okay, this is the reactor core. Okay, this is the reactor core and this is the heat exchanger and this is the steam generator and this is the steam generator. After completing the generation of this steam, that steam is given to these turbine blades. Okay, then this turbine is converted into the mechanical energy that is given to the generator. After completing the operation of this turbine, then again that steam is given to that condenser, then it will be condensate that steam into water, then this water is giving to the steam generator. Okay, this is purpose of recycling. Okay, this is the process of recycling. Okay, in that fast breeder reactor, we are consisting of a reactor core, heat exchanger and steam generator. Okay, this is the reactor core and heat exchanger and this is the steam generator. Okay, this is the steam generator. Steam generator. Okay, it is a small vessel in which requires the enriched uranium as the fuel. Okay, it is a small vessel in that the fuel is used as the enriched uranium or plutonium. Okay, in that there is no moderator. Okay, in that there is no moderator. The fissionable fuel core is surrounded with a blankets of a fertile materials. Okay, this fissionable core is the fissionable core is surrounded with the fertile materials. Okay, this will be surrounded with the fertile materials. Okay, the fertile materials, that is uranium 238 and thorium 232. Okay, the fertile materials uranium 238 and uranium thorium 232 absorbs the neutrons. Okay, what is meant by the fertile materials? That will be absorbs the neutrons. Okay, what is the process of moderator? The moderator is operated for when the fast neutron will be converted into the slow neutron. When that fast neutron is collided with that moderator, then we lost the some amount of energy. Okay, then it will be converted into the slow neutrons. Okay, in that the reactor core is surrounded with the some fertile materials. Okay, what is the use of that fertile materials? That absorbs the neutrons. Okay, the use of the fertile materials is absorbs the neutrons. Okay, what are the fertile materials are there? Uranium. The fertile materials are the uranium 238. The fertile materials are the uranium 238 or thorium 232 or thorium 232. Okay, these are the fertile materials. Okay, these are the fertile materials. Okay, by using these fertile materials, we absorb the neutrons. Okay, that's why there is no use of a moderator in that FBR. Okay, it is also called as the fast breeder reactor. Okay, it is also called as the FBR. That means the fast breeder reactor. In that there is no moderator. The fuel used is the uranium 235. Okay, fuel is the we are using the uranium 235 or the plutonium are the fissile materials. Okay, these are the fissile materials and these are the fertile materials. The fissionable the fertile materials is used to absorb the neutrons. Okay, that fertile materials are used to absorb the neutrons. This total constructional will be the FBR. This total components is the FBR, that is the fast breeder reactor. In that we are having the reactor core, heat exchanger and also the steam generator. The reactor core is totally surrounded with the fertile materials. The uranium 235 will be flowing through that reactor core. That uranium 235 is surrounded with the fertile materials. Okay, that fertile materials absorbs the neutrons. Okay, that fertile materials absorbs the neutrons produced by the fission process of uranium 235. Okay, produced by the process of fission materials, that is uranium 235, and produces the fission materials of plutonium 239 and uranium 233. After completing the chain reaction of uranium 235, we are producing the plutonium-239. Okay, we are producing or we are developing the two unstable atoms that are the plutonium-239 or uranium-233 or uranium-233, and the neutrons will be absorbed by this uranium-238 and thorium-232 are the fissile materials. After completing the fission process in that uranium-235, that is the stable atom, this stable atom will be converted into the unstable atoms, that is the plutonium-239 and uranium-233. Uranium-233. In that, the two heat exchangers are used. In the FBR, we are using the two heat exchangers. Okay, this is the heat exchanger 1 and this is the heat exchanger 2. Okay, in the PWR, that is the pressurized water reactor, we are using the one heat exchanger. Okay, in the PWR, there is no use of a heat exchanger, but in the case of a PWR, we are using the one heat exchanger, and in the FBR, we are using the two heat exchangers. Okay, that reactor core is cooled by the liquid metal. This reactor core is cooled with the liquid metals. Okay, in that FBR and in that BWR and PWR, we are using as the water as the coolant. Okay, but in the case of FBR, we are using the sodium as the coolant. Okay, this is the sodium that will be used as the coolant purpose. That will be used in the coolant purpose. In the second heat exchanger, the coolant is again the liquid sodium. In the second heat exchanger, okay, this is the heat exchanger 2. Okay, in that we are using the liquid form of the sodium. In that we are using the liquid form of the sodium or potassium, which transfer the heat to feed water to generate the steam. Okay, this prevents the possibility of the sodium water reaction with the radioactive sodiums. Okay, in the FBR, the neutron shielding is provided by using the boron. Okay, in the FBR, the neutron shielding is used by the boron, light water, or oil, or the graphite or gamma radio shielding is occurred. Okay, this is the total construction and operation of that FBR. Okay, coming to that FBR, in that we are using as the fuel is the uranium-235 is as the fuel. Okay, after completing the chain reaction, this stable atom will be converted into the two unstable atoms, that is plutonium-239 and uranium-233. Okay, these fissionable materials is surrounded with the fertile materials, that is uranium-238 and thorium-232. Okay, in that we are using the two heat exchangers. This is heat exchanger 1 and this is the heat exchanger 2. Okay, in that there is no use of the moderator. Okay, that's why we are using the fertile materials. Okay, in that the cooling process is the sodium. Okay, and the coolant is used as the sodium. Okay, in the second heat exchanger also the coolant is the liquid type of sodium is used. Liquid type of sodium is used. Okay, in that name itself, fast breeder reactor. Why? Because we are using the two heat exchangers, we are producing the steam within a very short duration. Okay, that's why it is called as the fast breeder reactor. Okay, that's why we are using the two heat exchangers. Okay, that's why we are using the two heat exchangers. Okay, this is the heat exchanger 1 and this is the heat exchanger 2. Okay, understand ma? This identi maniki FBR ante fast breeder reactor. Okay, indulo use chese fuel enti maniki uranium 235. 5. ఎప్పుడైతే మనకి యురేనియం 235 రియాక్షన్స్ జరిపిందో ఈ స్టేబుల్ ఆటము, then that will be converted into 2 unstable atoms. Okay, యురేనియం 235 రియాక్షన్స్ జరిపి మనకి 2 అన్స్టేబుల్ ఆటమ్స్ అనేవి డెవలప్ చేసింది. అదేంటి మనకి ప్లూటోనియం 239, యురేనియం 233. Okay, these fission materials will be covered with the fertile materials. Okay, ఈ ఫిషనబుల్ మెటీరియల్స్ ని మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ తో సరౌండింగ్ అనేది చేసాం. ఎందుకు ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ తో సరౌండ్ చేసాము? ఈ ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ ఏం చేస్తాయి అంటే చైన్ రియాక్షన్ అనేది జరిగిన తర్వాత ఏవైతే న్యూట్రాన్స్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతాయో ఆ న్యూట్రాన్స్ అన్నిటినీ మనం రియాక్షన్ లో యూజ్ చేయలేం. ఓకే, అలా యూజ్ చేయడం వల్ల మనకి ఏమవుతుంది, ఎక్కువ ఎనార్మస్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ హీట్ ఎనర్జీ అనేది డెలివర్డ్ అయ్యి దాని వల్ల మనకి ఆ రియాక్టర్ కోర్స్ కావచ్చు, ఆ వెజల్స్ కావచ్చు, అవన్నీ కూడా డ్యామేజ్ అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, దట్స్ వై వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ ద మోడరేటర్ ఇన్ ద ప్రీవియస్ కేసెస్. But in the present case, that is the FBR, we are using the fertile materials. Okay, what is the purpose of that fertile materials? Aven chestayi ante it absorbs the neutrons. అంటే మనకి ఎంతైతే హీట్ ఎనర్జీ కావాలో అంతవరకే మనకి న్యూట్రాన్స్ అనేవి రియాక్షన్ లో ఉండేటట్టు చూసి మిగతా న్యూట్రాన్స్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, అది అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకుంటది. ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ ద యూజ్ ఆఫ్ మోడరేటర్ ఇన్ ద ప్రీవియస్ కేసెస్? By using the moderator, the fast neutron will be converted into the slow neutron. Why? Because that fast neutron will be converted into the slow neutrons. Okay, that atom having the enormous amount of energy. Okay, the fast neutron having the enormous amount of energy. That's why that the fast neutron will be converted into the slow neutron by using that moderator. But in the case of FBR, we are using the some fertile materials. కానీ ఈ కేసులో మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ అనే వాటిని యూజ్ చేసుకున్నాం. ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ ద యూజ్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్? న్యూట్రాన్స్ ఏవైతే రియాక్షన్స్ జరిపాయో అప్పుడు రియాక్షన్స్ జరిపాక న్యూట్రాన్స్ రిలీజ్ అవుతున్నాయి కదా, ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ సైకిల్లో న్యూట్రాన్స్ రిలీజ్ అవుతాయి. ఆ రిలీజ్ అయిన న్యూట్రాన్స్ ఏం చేస్తున్నాయి, ఈ ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ కొన్నిటిని అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకొని కొన్నిటినే మనకి రియాక్షన్ లో మళ్ళీ యాక్టివ్ గా పార్టిసిపేట్ చేసేటట్టు చూస్తాయి. ఎందుకు మనకి అక్కడ ఉన్న వెజల్స్ కావచ్చు, ఆ పైప్స్ కావచ్చు, అవన్నీ కూడా అక్కడ డెలివర్డ్ అయ్యే హీట్ ఎనర్జీ నుంచి సేఫ్ జోన్ లో ఉంచడం కోసం ఈ ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ అనే వాటిని మనం యూజ్ చేసాం. ఓకే, వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్? యురేనియం 238 and thorium 232 are the fertile materials. Okay, these fertile materials are used to absorb the neutrons. Okay, ఇందులో ఈ మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నా 2 heat exchangers అనే వాటిని యూజ్ చేసాం. Why? Because we are using the 2 heat exchangers. ఆ రెండింటిని ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాము అంటే ఫాస్ట్ గా మనకి కావాల్సిన స్ట్రీమ్ ఎనర్జీ అనేది డెలివర్డ్ అవ్వడం కోసం. ఓకే, ఫాస్ట్ గా మనకి స్ట్రీమ్ ఎనర్జీ అనేది డెలివర్డ్ అవ్వడం కోసం రియాక్టర్ మనకి ఏం చేసింది, ఓన్లీ ఇట్ ప్రొడ్యూసెస్ ద హీట్ ఎనర్జీ. ఓన్లీ మనకి కావాల్సిన హీట్ ఎనర్జీని రియాక్టర్ అనేది డెలివర్ చేయగలిగింది. కానీ మనకి ఏం కావాలి, హీట్ ఎనర్జీ నుంచి స్ట్రీమ్ అనేది కన్వర్ట్ కావాలి. ఓకే, స్ట్రీమ్ ని కన్వర్ట్ అవ్వడం కోసం మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము అంటే 2 heat exchangers అనే వాటిని యూజ్ చేసాం. హీట్ ఎక్స్చేంజర్ 1 and heat exchanger 2. Okay, first heat exchanger, the coolant process, the coolant is the sodium. Okay, in the second heat exchanger, the coolant is the liquid type of sodium. Why? Because we are using the sodium as the coolant. That means that we are producing the enormous amount of heat energy. That's why the coolant process is the sodium. Sodium అనేది మనకి ఎక్కువ కూలింగ్ అనేది ఇవ్వగలుగుతుంది. This prevent the possibility of a sodium water reaction with the radioactive sodiums. Okay, therefore the FBR neutrons shielding is provided by using the boron, light water, oil or the graphite. Okay, to reduce the fuel cost effect, it is the impact to employees high ratings. Okay, by using these reactors saves the fuel shortage. Okay, by using these fast breeder reactors, we are saving the fuel usages and reduce the total radioactivity toxins. Okay, that is very dangerous radiations that will be produced in the nuclear reactor. Okay, that is the main use of a FBR, that is the fast breeder reactor. In that name, we are having the fast. Fast means that we are producing the stream energy very quickly. We are developing the stream energy quickly. Okay, that's why the name it is called as the fast breeder reactor. Okay, that's why the name it is called as the fast breeder reactor. Next one. Okay, this is the fuel is used as the uranium or the plutonium. There is no moderator. Coolant is the liquid sodium. The coolant is the liquid sodium. Okay, the fast breeder reactor use the fast neutrons to convert the materials such as uranium 238 and thorium 232 into fission process. Okay, this process combined with the recycling has the potential to increase the available nuclear fuels. Okay, this is the another diagram for that fast breeder reactor. If the fission is installed with uranium 235, it is not only given to the okay, under certain conditions, uranium 238 is placed in that reactor. These free electrons may converted into uranium 238 into plutoniums. Okay, this is the two heat exchangers. In that we are using as the sodium as the coolant. Sodium. This is the liquid form of sodium that will be used for that coolant purpose. Next, working, it is the simplest form of the fast breeder reactor is a small vessel in which necessary amount of enriched uranium or plutonium without moderator. Okay, ఇందులో మనకి ఏంటి యురేనియం గాని ప్లూటోనియం ని గాని మనం ఫ్యూయల్స్ గా యూస్ చేసుకుంటున్నాము. ఇందులో మనం మోడరేటర్ అనే దాన్ని యూస్ చేయం. ఓకే, ఇన్ దట్ ఎఫిసైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ అనే వాటిని యూస్ చేసుకుంటాం. అవేంటి యురేనియం 232 ఆర్ ప్లూటోన్ 238 థోరియం 232 అనే ఫిసైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ ని యూస్ చేసాం. ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్ ఫిసైల్ మెటీరియల్స్? దట్ అబ్జార్బ్స్ ద న్యూట్రాన్స్. ఓకే, therefore the reactor core is recalled by the sodium materials. Okay, necessary neutron shielding is provided by the use of light waters. The shielding is done by using the oil, graphite or the light water. Additional shielding is provided for the gamma rays. Okay, this is very dangerous rays. For that we are using the additional shieldings. It is worth nothing that when the uranium 235 is the fission, it produces the heat and additional neutrons. In some, uranium 235 is kept in that same reactor. Part of that additional neutrons are available. Okay, this absorbs that extra neutrons. After completing the fission process in that uranium 235, that neutrons is absorbed by that uranium 238 or the plutonium 232. Okay, next, what are the advantages are there in the case of a fast breeder reactors? Okay, the breeder reactor does not require the moderator. In that, it doesn't require any moderators. Why? Because we doesn't require any moderators. In that, we are using the fertile materials. Okay, in that we are using the fertile materials. Okay, breeder reactor gives the high power density. Okay, therefore, in that we are using sodium as the coolant. Sodium as the coolant need not to be pressurized. Okay, why? Because it is not pressurized means in that we are using the, instead of the water, we are using as the sodium. Okay, therefore sodium gives the good coolant for that reactors. Okay, breeder reactor gives the superheated steam. Okay, the size of this reactor is small. Okay, what are the disadvantages are there? Breeder reactor requires the enriched fuels, so initial cost of that fuel is very high. Okay, breeder reactor lo man use chesedi entamma uranium 235. Okay, then that cost of that fuel is very high, difficult to control. Why? Because it is difficult to control fast breeder reactors. In that we are using the two heat exchangers. That's why the controlling operation is also difficult. Okay, the handling of the coolant sodium is very difficult. Okay, in that the coolant is the sodium. Okay, the handling of that sodium is also difficult. Okay, thermostresses create the problems. Therefore, the heat exchangers must be keep leak proof. Okay, why? Because we are using the leak proof. In that the coolant is also the sodium. Therefore, we are using the leak proof vessels. Okay, therefore the cost of that vessel is also increased. Leak of that sodium is very dangerous as compared to the other coolants. In PWR and BWR, the coolant are the ordinary water. Okay, that is not dangerous for the leakage of that water. But in this case, fast breeder reactors, the coolant is the sodium. Okay, that is very dangerous as compared with the other coolants, that is the ordinary water. Okay, this is the complete working advantages and disadvantages of that fast breeder reactor. Okay, understand ma? In that the fuel is used as the uranium 235. Okay, ఏ fuel ని మనం యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం? uranium 235 అనే fuel ని యూస్ చేసుకుంటున్నాము. నో మోడరేటర్, కూలెంట్ వచ్చేసరికి మనకి సోడియం. నో మోడరేటర్, కూలెంట్ వచ్చేసరికి sodium. Okay, instead of moderator we are using the some fertile materials that will be surrounded by the reactor core. Okay, మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం? మోడరేటర్ కి బదులు ఇఫ్ కొన్ని ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ ని ఫ్యూయల్ చుట్టూ మనం సరౌండింగ్ చేస్తున్నాం. వాట్ ఈస్ ద యూజ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్? ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాము? ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ అబ్జార్బ్స్ ద న్యూట్రాన్స్. ఓకే, ఆ ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ మనకి ఏం చేస్తున్నాయి? న్యూట్రాన్స్ ని అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాయి. వై? బికాస్ వీఆర్ అబ్జర్వింగ్ దట్ న్యూట్రాన్స్. ఎందుకు మనం న్యూట్రాన్స్ అలా అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకోవాలి? ఆ చైన్ రియాక్షన్ జరిగినప్పుడు మనకి అన్ని న్యూట్రాన్స్ అనేవి యాక్టివ్ గా పార్టిసిపేట్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఓకే, అలా అన్ని న్యూట్రాన్స్ మనకి యాక్టివ్ గా పార్టిసిపేట్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? చాలా ఎక్కువ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ హీట్ ఎనర్జీ అనేది డెలివర్డ్ అయ్యి మనకి కావాల్సిన హీట్ ఎనర్జీ కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఎనర్జీ రిలీజ్ అయ్యి అక్కడ ఉన్న వెజల్స్ కావచ్చు, పైప్స్ కావచ్చు, ట్యూబ్స్ కావచ్చు, అన్ని కూడా డ్యామేజ్ అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్ ద్వారా కొన్ని న్యూట్రాన్స్ ని మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకుంటాము, మిగతా న్యూట్రాన్స్ నే మనం యాక్టివ్ గా పార్టిసిపేట్ చేసేటట్టు చూస్తాం. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ ద యూజ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫెర్టైల్ మెటీరియల్స్. ఇన్ దట్ we are using the two heat exchangers. Okay, why? Because we are using the two heat exchangers. By usage of that two heat exchangers, we are producing the stream energy within a very short duration. Okay, that's why the name is called as the fast breeder reactor. In the both the cases or both the heat exchangers, the coolant is used as the sodium. Why? Because we are using the coolant as the sodium. The sodium gives the good coolant when compared to the ordinary waters. When compared to that ordinary water, the sodium gives the quick coolant. Okay, that's why we are using as the sodium as the coolant. Okay, this is the fast breeder reactor working, operation, and also advantages and disadvantages. Okay, understand ma? Next, coming to the fourth type of reactor, that is the liquid metal cold reactor. Okay, that is the liquid metal cold reactor. Okay, it is also called as the sodium graphite reactor. Okay, liquid metal cold reactor is also called as the sodium graphite reactor. Okay, the liquid metal reactor is also called as the sodium graphite reactor. Okay, sodium works as a coolant and graphite works as a moderator. Okay, in that the sodium works as the coolant and graphite worked as the moderator. Okay, sodium boils at 880 degrees centigrade. Sodium is the first metal by the electric heating system and be pressurized to 7 bars. Okay, therefore the liquid sodium is then circulated by the pumps. Therefore that liquid sodium is then circulated by these pumps. Okay, this is that reactor. This is the primary circuit and this is the secondary circuit. Okay, in between the primary and secondary circuit, we are using the heat exchangers. Okay, this is the heat exchanger 1 and this is the heat exchanger 2. And this is the steam circuit. Then it will be given to the turbine. Okay, then it will be given to the turbine. Okay, therefore, this type of reactor has been developed to avoid the difficulties in the PWR. Okay, by using this liquid metal cold reactor, what are the difficulties that will be obtained in the PWR that will be modified by the usage of this liquid metal cooled reactors? Okay, liquid metal cooled reactors. That's why we are using the liquid metal cooled reactors in the case of a nuclear power plants. Nuclear power plants. Okay, if the metals in the liquid state have good thermal conductivity. Okay, if the metals are in the liquid state that having the good thermal conductivity and high temperature can be had at moderate pressure and high temperature and also the moderator pressure. When the metals is in the liquid form, when the metals are in the liquid state, it having the good thermal conductivity and also high temperature can be had at the moderator pressure. Okay, next one. Handling of sodium has difficult because of its activity in the reactor core. Okay, in that the handling of that sodium is the difficult. Okay, handling of that sodium is the difficult because of its activity in that reactor core. Okay, in this we require two heat transfer circuits. Okay, in that we are using the two heat transfer circuits. Okay, this is the one heat exchanger and this is the another heat exchanger. Okay, we are using the two heat transfer circuits. Okay, therefore in this we require the two heat transfer circuits so that the radioactivity sodium does not come in contact with the steam circuit. Okay, why? Because we are using the two heat exchangers. That means that by usage of that two heat exchangers, the radioactive sodium does not combine with that steam or the water. Okay, that's why we are using the heat exchangers. Okay, that's why we are using as the heat exchanger. Okay, sodium is circulated through the reactor core and an intermediate heat exchangers where the heat from the sodium is transferred. Okay, in that reactor, the sodium is circulated. Okay, sodium is circulated through the reactor core and then intermediate heat exchangers. Okay, these are the intermediate heat exchangers where the heat from the sodium is transferred to the liquid metals which give up the heat. Okay, therefore by using of these two heat exchangers, the radioactivities that will be obtained in that sodium does not combine with the water. Okay, sodium graphite reactors usually slightly enriched uranium alloy or the uranium carbide clad or the uranium carbide clad. Okay, in that the fuels are the enriched uranium or the uranium carbide with metal clad. Okay, in that also the fuel is used as the enriched uranium or the uranium with the clad. Okay, the liquid sodium is used as the coolant in the primary heat transfer circuit. Okay, this is the primary heat transfer circuit and this is the secondary heat transfer circuit. These two are the heat exchangers. Okay, in the primary heat transfer circuit, the liquid sodium is used as the coolant. Okay, in the primary heat transfer circuit, the liquid sodium is used as the primary circuit. Okay, this is the liquid metal cold reactor. Okay, ఇందులో మనం ఏం యూస్ చేస్తున్నామో it is also called as the sodium graphite reactor. Why? Because the name it is called as the sodium graphite reactor. The sodium is works as the coolant and graphite is works as the moderator. Okay, that's why the name it is called as the sodium graphite reactor. Okay, sodium is used as the coolant and graphite is used as the moderator. Okay, that's because it is called as the sodium graphite reactor. Okay, in that we are using the two heat exchangers. This is the heat exchanger 1 and this is the heat exchanger 2, and also we are having the two circuits are there. That is the one is the primary circuit, other one is the secondary circuit. Okay, in that we are using the sodium as the coolant. Liquid sodium is used as the coolant. Okay, liquid sodium is used as the coolant in the primary heat exchanger. Okay, the sodium graphite reactors uses fuel is the enriched uranium or the uranium as a cladding. Okay, that will be used as the fuels. Okay, and then the moderator is the graphite. Then moderator is the graphite. Okay, and also the coolant is the liquid sodium. The coolant is also the liquid sodium. Fuel is the enriched uranium or uranium with clad, carbide clad, and also graphite is used as the moderator and liquid sodium is used as the coolant. Graphite is used as the moderator and liquid sodium is used as the coolant. Okay, that is the construction of that liquid metal cold reactor. Okay, this is the another diagram for that same sodium fluid liquid metal reactors. This is the primary circuit and this is the secondary circuit. In between we are having the two heat exchangers. Okay, this is the one heat exchanger and this is the another heat exchangers. Okay, in that the coolant is the liquid sodium. Natural uranium is used. Okay, this is also another diagram for that. This is the liquid metals and these two are the two heat exchangers. This is the primary heat exchanger and this is the secondary heat exchanger. Okay, this is the steam outlet and this is the water inlet. After completing the reactor operation, that steam will be going out like this, and this is the inlet of that water. The primary circuit has the liquid sodium which circulates through the fuel core and gets heated by the fissioning of that fuel. Okay, the liquid sodium gets cooled in its intermediate heat exchanger and goes back to the reactors. Okay, the secondary circuit has the sodium or the potassium in the liquid form. This coolant take heat from the intermediate heat exchanger which gets heated. Okay, it's get heated. Okay, the steam generated for this boiler will be superheated. Okay, this is the working of the sodium graphite reactor. Sodium graphite reactor. Okay, in that sodium is used as the coolant and graphite is used as the moderator. Okay, sodium is used as the coolant. Sodium is used as the coolant and graphite is used as the moderators. And next, coming to the advantages and the disadvantages. Okay, that the advantages and disadvantages will be discussed in the